Good evening, this is Tanish Laverne Graham reporting live from the white carpet at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, California for the season 2 premiere of the FX hit comedy Dave. Dave is laugh out loud hilarious. It stars Dave Burd as himself, a rapper who may or may not compromise his integrity for fame. You guys, you got to tune into the show. You don't want to watch it. There are big names like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar who are going to be making guest appearances. So that alone tells you about how funny this show is. Tune in to FX and watch. Tanish Laverne Graham, blackinamerica.com for bringing you everything that's happening in entertainment news. Good evening. This is Tanish Laverne Graham reporting live from a COVID-19 red carpet in Los Angeles, California at the Greek Theater. I'm going to interview the cast members of this amazing comedy on FX. I'm going to start with Mr. Saladin Patterson, who's the executive producer. If you guys are watching Dave, you know this is going to be a cult classic. It already had 9.4 million viewers in the first season. Mr. Patterson, talk to me about being an executive producer and what that means for you.
You know, it's been a learning experience for me, to tell you the truth. You know, of those 9.4 million viewers, most of them are on Hulu, and so it's just a different paradigm for us to deal with in terms of like finding our audience. And I think it was the right time for our show. You know, look, COVID was horrible for everyone, but one of the things that we discovered was that people said that they found our show to be comforting during COVID. It was something that surprised a lot of people. A lot of people weren't expecting the show to be what it was. And so since we had a captive audience, I think we really kind of benefited from being able to expose ourselves and our stories and our characters and Dave and his personality and his music and his history and everything to people who may have missed it otherwise. So again, as horrible as COVID was, I'm glad we were able to at least, you know, be in a position to like benefit from people having, you know, like not a lot of other options to do outside the house. So yeah, I think everybody benefited from that.
You guys know that, I mean, you got like people like LeBron James.
Right.
You know, talking about this show. How does that make you feel? I mean, LeBron, you know, NBA champion, sitting home like watching Dave, you know,
Right.
long enough to say, oh my God, this show is everything.
I know. Well, it was of course flattering to all of us, but you know, it was the most flattering to Dave because he is a huge LeBron fan. In fact, he just said
Wow.
he would trade all the adulation that he's getting from his parents for the rest of his life just for that one tweet that LeBron gave him when he gave him a shout out saying he loves the show. So that was huge for us, you know, and not just LeBron, but I mean other people who we wanted to watch the show. But there's so many other people who were like, you know, well known in terms of their own craft that said they were fans, that we were just so flattered and honored that they even were aware of us.
Yeah. Isn't it great when you're side by side, your cohorts, people who are in this media space with you, take a moment to acknowledge, you know, something wonderful that you're creating. I know season 2, you know, it says season 2, there's going to be a lot of people popping in. You want to share with us, like, who are some of these big names that may be stopping by?
I know I'm trying to go through in my mind the people that are spoilers or people that have already been revealed in like the promos. I think the promos have already shown people like Doja Cat, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, trying to think, Lil Nas X, I think is already mentioned. I hope he is. If not, I'm ruining something.
No. You're good. You're good.
But again, it was one of those things, you know, benefiting from the word of mouth of the show and the fact that people were a little more aware of it now and people kind of knew what they would be getting into. That was exciting for us to be able to then, you know, have people coming to us, you know, saying they wanted to do the show versus first season is more us going to people because they're not aware of it. So yeah, I think the audience will be very, very pleasantly surprised with the number of guest stars that we got.
Okay, what can we expect from Dave in the second season?
More nudity.
Oh my God.
But more heart, honestly.
Yeah.
More self-exploration, you know. Dave the man is you know, a very self-reflective person, and you know, in as much as this show is semi-autobiographical, he wanted the character Dave to kind of reflect some of that as well.
I love that. So well done. Congratulations.
Thank you
once
so very
again.
much.
Hi guys, next up we have Mr. Andrew Santino, who plays a hilarious Mike on this hit show on FX called Dave. It is laugh out loud, hilarious. It'll also make you tilt your head to the left and go, How are you tonight?
True, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So talk to me about, you know, this 9.4 million viewers that you guys have had.
I've never heard that number. That's wild.
Season.
Wow.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't know. I knew it was a lot, but that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
All on Hulu, from what I understand, too.
All right, great. We'll take it.
It's
However
the
they watch
Changing
it.
of the guard. Changing of the guard. You know, so
I
talk
dig
to
it.
me a little bit about Mike. What has Mike taught you about yourself?
Almost nothing. I don't know. I don't have a lot. Mike is nothing like me. We have almost nothing in common in that regard. But I think it taught me a lot about this relationship between Dave and his manager, Mike, who I play. I play a real character, a real human being. And I understand a lot of the dichotomy on the show is real to life. So
Yeah.
the struggles that they've had on the show that we kind of show are real. You know, that's something they both did. They really did go through. Some of the scenarios that we've written are stuff that they've lived. So
Yeah.
that's kind of wild.
I think that's the beauty of the show. And I think
Yeah.
that's why so many people have tapped into the show.
Yeah.
You know, what are you hoping to see in the next season for your character specifically?
Well, if we get another season, if we're lucky enough to get another one, I'd love to see my character branch out into his own career more. Maybe have a love life. Maybe try heavier drugs. You know, have some fun.
Oh, the heavier drugs for sure.
For heavier.
Sure.
I mean, that's for because I would love to do the research. So I like
what-
to do research.
What does Mike like to do in his spare time?
What does the character like to do in his spare time?
Yeah.
Drugs,
More drugs.
music,
More drugs. This is
drugs,
so good.
music, and
Mike loves
Mike
drugs.
does
guys.
love drugs. He loves drugs, music, and money.
You know what? Money
That's
is
what I like
currency,
too.
yeah.
I guess
We all
that's
need
like
money.
my whole
We all
life.
need money.
Yeah.
You know, so why do you want the audience to tune in?
Why do I want him to tune in? So
Yeah.
I can keep making money.
Oh, there we go. Easiest interview
So I can have my mortgage
ever.
paid? No, what I want, because I love the show. It's a good show, and I think if they like quality comedy television, this is it. I don't know there's a lot of other shows that can compete with us in the comedy space for what we're doing right now. I think we're pretty unique.
Yeah.
You know?
You
And
think you're blazing a trail?
I think we're making great, unique comedy television because a lot of comedy TV right now is not as free as ours, maybe. I think we get to do whatever we want, which I think is good.
And that's because it's on FX, though.
I think that's a reason. I also think, I think FX is taking a good shot at letting us have a lot of fun, and there's not a lot of restrictions. Yeah, FX is great.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I'm
she looks
trying to
incredible.
stay on message,
Let
guys.
me interview you.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you.
Please, can we
So-
just?
Oh, you're so sweet, Gina. You're so sweet. So, guys, here we are on the red carpet during COVID-19, and we are trying to make this an amazing red carpet for you. I'm interviewing the cast of the hit show Dave on FX. It is a breakout comedy, 9.4 million viewers in the first season, and I have Ms. Gina Hecht, who portrays Carol, Dave's mom. You are amazing in this role,
you.
first of
Thank
all.
you.
So amazing. You know, talk a little bit about, reading the script and going over some of those lines. Exactly. What were you saying to yourself, when it's on the page,
Yes.
the page, and you're like, okay, how am I going to do this?
Well, but that's the genius when it's on the page with people like Jeff Schaefer writing and Dave Bird writing. You don't have to think about how to do this because it is there.
Yeah.
It's just so easy. Just show up, don't screw it up, and
I'm laughing because I'm thinking about, I don't know, what episode was that? Like, was it the first or second episode where you're like, did he steal? Did you steal? Like, what did you steal? When Dave was talking about how he was stealing beats or something like that.
Oh, right.
And the way you're, as a mom,
Oh,
you're
right.
like, oh my God, please,
Right.
I hope my son is not out here stealing.
right.
Because
Because yeah,
what do you love most about your character?
well, it's so easy to love Dave. I love him. It's no acting involved. So
Oh.
obviously, as a mother, you love your children. So loving Dave Bird was an easy thing to do.
Now, what resonated with you when you learned you were going to be a part of this show?
Wow, that's a great question. What resonated with me happens to be standing right here, which is Jeff Schaefer and his writing and Dave's writing. And once again, this guy was what I was so thrilled.
Get in here,
to-
get in here,
I was
get in
so
here, get in here.
Thrilled when I found out that I got this. What I was so happy about, because I didn't really know Dave at the time. I looked him up and saw how talented he was on some of his show, on the YouTube, on his videos and his songs and things, because I probably wasn't his target audience.
Well, the
I
internet,
am now.
the internet at that point was like 60% porn, 20% little
I
dicky
can't.
videos.
You guys,
and-
this is the co-creator here. This is the co-creator.
Well,
the
I mean,
co-creator of Dave, 9.5 million viewers on FX for the first season. The first season, you guys. This is amazing. Amazing.
But by the way, I'll say Dave Bird, the person, loves his parents so much, and I think they're his favorite people in the world, and he loves them, loves them, loves them. His second favorite people in the world are his show parents.
Oh,
It's so true.
Wow.
He has now 2 sets of parents. He's the luckiest man in the world.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for that. But hang
I'll leave
on.
you
I'm
to
getting-
it.
No,
No, I
Stay
have to
for 1
stay?
second.
'Cause I have to
Because
talk
when
to you
she
anyway,
asked
yeah.
me
What
was I-
resonated, yeah.
What was I happiest about when I found out I got this part? And honestly, to work with Jeff Schaefer, to work with these writers, I had read the script and I went, yes, please, God, let me do this show. This is the kind of comedy I've always wanted to do my entire career, which is serious comedy. It comes out of the truth. It's not like sitcom, which is a certain kind of comedy. Fine, you have to hit certain rhythms and jokes. But when you have this kind of talent writing this material that is so good, it's what actors dream of.
And you know what makes it better? Letting this kind of talent say it in their own way.
I love that.
Oh my gosh,
I
these
love
guys,
that.
They
I
have
love
these
that.
moments. Like when Dave's with his parents, they get to the truth of the matter, and every child and every parent watches this and goes, "Oh my gosh,
Well,
I've had that discussion. I felt that way. I love them. I hate them. I can't be without them. I have to be with them." It's like, anyway.
What I love
Amazing.
is his parents continue to encourage him. Like, no matter what, that's their baby.
By the way, even though, as you say in an episode this year, when I hear your music, I feel shame.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
she
still
doesn't know
supports.
what to do with.
Right.
His music is out there.
It's
It's
yeah.
certainly not from our generation and what we grew up with, but
She
boy.
wants her son to win, though.
But what?
She wants her son to win.
Oh,
To be
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
Jeff, there's this great big conversation about, all of these like high profile people who love the show, from LeBron James. What does that mean to you and the whole brand and the evolution of Dave?
You know what? The person who said it best, actually, Nick Grad, who's the president of FX, said, "I think the show is going to surprise people with what it has to say." And I think the thing that's most rewarding is that people had no idea what it was going to be, season 1, and then they started to watch, or they were told to watch, and then they were totally surprised that it was not what they thought it was going to be at all, and that they were really laughing really hard, and then they were actually crying, and then they actually felt something, and then they were really laughing again, and then they couldn't believe it, and they had to tell their friends about this thing that was so incredible. And that's what we were trying to do. We're trying to surprise people. And I think in season 2, it was hard because we have to now surprise people in a different way.
I was
You can't
just going to
surprise people
ask
the same
that.
way.
You just pulled the question out
Yeah,
of my
that's-
mouth. He's a pro.
I've done this
He's
before.
a pro.
You
He's
can't
a pro.
surprise- you can't surprise people.
He's a pro.
I am literally a pro. I am paid to get on red carpets. I do step and repeats. I'm also a hand model. But
Oh, God, this is
you
great.
can't surprise people the same way twice. It's off season.
I love it. I love it. That 9.4 million is amazing. That just really speaks to the value of the show and just how funny it is and how really it touches us in our real spaces too. That's amazing. You guys, you've got it to up.
No, I was going to say, what's real about it is that Dave is able to be the hero and the villain of his own story, which is what people are.
Yep.
Everybody can't get out of their own way.
Woo. And that's one to grow on.
There you go.
You guys live on the red carpet at the season 2 premiere of Dave, which is on FX, and it's killing it on FX. All right, we got the best girlfriend in television with us on this red carpet right now for the season 2 premiere of FX's hit comedy Dave. Already 9.4 million viewers in the first season. Can you guys believe that?
No,
How are
I
you
can't.
tonight? How
I'm
are you
great.
enjoying the success of this show?
I'm so happy. Like this whole thing is so surreal in every way in terms of being with people, period, and then finally getting to connect about the show at all. You know what I mean? I know people have watched it, but I don't know that many people have watched it. If that makes
they're
sense.
watching it. You got
I
LeBron
know.
James watching it. You
I
got celebrities
know.
now jockeying for position to come on the show as a guest. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's true. Billy Crystal said that he watched it, and that's
Oh
blows
my
my
God,
mind. It seems
I
like
love
there's always
Billy
a name that
Crystal.
pops up, and I'm like, they're watching the show.
Everybody's watching the show. Did you hear me? 9.4 million viewers, girl.
I'm
Take
pinching
that.
myself.
Take that.
I
So,
don't
I mean,
believe it.
Allie has to be the most patient girlfriend
It's true.
on the planet right now.
She is. I think There's a lot of patience in Allie, and I think what's really wonderful about the character is that she does, at the end of the day, really love Dave and can sometimes be a tool to help the audience see why they love Dave, even when Dave is doing some not so lovable things. So
Dave is insane, and I love the chemistry that you guys have. You know, talk to me a little bit about what your character has taught you just about yourself and dating.
Oh, gosh. Honestly, there's a lot that playing Allie has led me to self-reflect in terms of deciding where your ambitions lie with your partner's ambitions. I think when you get two really ambitious people together, there's so much love and respect, but you gotta do you sometimes. And can you do that while lifting another person up? How much do you give? How much do you take? Like, it's a lot to think about.
So let me ask you this, or let's do this. Okay. So you, Taylor,
Yes.
give Allie some advice.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Taylor, I would go, girl, like, you don't even need to be friends with this person. He's costing you so much. And then Allie would be like, but I love him so much. I have so much fun. And I like believe in him so much. And I'd be like, don't, you got to go do you. You have to be like, chase all your biggest dreams. So that's like the Taylor judgment on it all, I guess.
The
But
Taylor
Allie has a
judgment.
lot more love for Dave than Taylor does.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's just so funny. I wish I could do a split screen. I got to figure out a way to do that. 'Cause I gotta,
When I'm talking to myself.
I got to do that. That's going to be cool. That's got to be cool. You know, so talk about what you would like to see happen in the second season.
I think it was really important for me in terms of playing Allie, like, we really wanted it to be a very realistic sort of breakup experience, and to watch this couple that has a lot of love between them deal with creating new boundaries, whatever that is. Can they be friends? Do they want to get back together? And all of the sort of trials and tribulations that come with that. And it's important to watch also a woman set boundaries for herself when someone is not respecting them, and that sort of whole thing, which I think a lot of us are familiar with.
You better tell it, Taylor. You better tell it. Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations. I'm just so proud of you. I just get really excited when I see, you know, young women who are really killing this space in this industry. Because it's hard.
It is really hard.
Yeah, and it's comedy.
I know.
That's not easy.
No, and there's
you know?
it's really,
And
really
you're
important.
beautiful, so you know what they like to say, oh, you can't be beautiful and play comedy. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah, it makes you, I guess, inherently less funny.
Yeah,
but
it's just crazy.
it's such a funny show. There's such funny writers. Like, it's impossible with the circumstances that they give all of us for the comedy to not, like, thrive in those situations. And I'm thankful every day that I can play a character that's both smart and independent and grounded, and also still really funny, and gets to be in this very comedic world. It's a really, really insane opportunity.
Okay, which one of Dave's friends do you think Allie would hang out with just to piss Dave off?
Oh, Allie and Els have a real chemistry as well. I'll tell you that. I think also Allie and Gata, who I like to call Alligator, also vibe very hard.
Yeah.
So, but I think that yeah, definitely an Allie Els thing would piss Dave right off.
I love that. And there you have it, guys. This is live on the red carpet for the FX hit show, Dave. 9.4 million viewers in the first season. All right, guys, I got Gata here from
What up,
Dave.
what up? How you
who's
doing?
Killing it on this FX comedy. Already had 9.4 million viewers in the first season.
Woo,
Woo!
sheesh.
Y'all killing it.
Man, thank
How
you.
you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I can't even lie to you. I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's surreal to be here again. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
feels real.
I love it.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about, you know, you getting tapped, you know, to be on this show. You know, how are you feeling? What were you thinking?
I was thinking, like, you know, LD's a real one for really putting his real life, like his real life on camera like that, you know what I'm saying? Because he could have easily got an actor to play me, you know what I'm saying? Even though I had to audition to be myself, but just for me to get the opportunity to really be in the show, that's dope. And it was only right, man. It just makes me feel like LD was a good person, you know what I mean?
I love it. I'm loving this bling. Can we push in on the bling?
Oh, yeah,
Oh
thank you,
man,
lady.
can we squeeze in on that? I'm trying to
yeah.
squeeze in on it too.
I got some cool stuff on.
What are you wearing there, man? Like,
I got a Cartier watch on. I got my logo, GED, grinding every day, getting every dollar, getting educated daily.
what is grinding
then-
every day?
Yeah, that's my
I love
brand,
that,
GED.
grinding every
and then I
day.
got Western, too. I grew up off of Western.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, Western Avenue.
All right, so
Yeah.
LA baby.
Yeah, I'm LA. I went to Crenshaw.
Went to Crenshaw.
Yep.
So how do you like indoctrinate somebody who is not from LA to your city?
Well, number one, you got to take them to Roscoe's. Then you got to take them to the Slauson Swap Beat.
You know
what I'm
what?
saying?
I keep telling people the Slauson swap meet is all right with me.
You know what I'm
okay?
just
I had no
saying.
problem with the Slauson swap
Hey,
meet.
I got this.
had no problem going by myself.
I got this T-shirt from there. You know what I'm saying?
You got your T-shirt.
Yeah, this is a
Mommy,
$5
look,
Pro
my
Club.
man is okay. Wait a minute. I saw that Gucci belt there. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go from head to toe because we got the bling.
Oh yeah, we got
the
bling.
white
we gotta have the
T-shirt from
accessories.
Slauson.
Yeah, got the white tee from the Slauson. We got the custom Levi tie-dye, you know what I'm saying?
And let
I
me
got
see
from,
that belt.
Rob Herman. And then I got just the vintage Gucci belt, you know what I'm
The
saying?
belt.
Classic.
The belt. So let me ask you this: why do you think Dave is such a hit with a lot of high-profile celebrities? You got
number one-
LeBron James.
Yeah, we got LeBron
You know,
James.
now you got people jockeying for position to try and be a guest on the show.
Yeah, that is true. Because number one, they like real, you know what I'm saying? And they know Dave is a real person. A lot of people kind of knew about Lil Dicky before the TV show. And then just for them to know and meet him in person and to see that he really puts his real life on, you know, TV like that, I think it's really kind of amazing. And then the vulnerability in the show, you know what I'm saying? Just how we spoke on my mental health and, you know, me being
Yeah.
black and me coming where I come from, you know, that's something that a lot of people could connect with, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why a lot of people like the show.
I love that.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
next for you, babe? What's up?
Man, I just been grinding every day, you know what I'm saying? Living up to my brand, working hard, getting educated every day, sharpening up my iron so I could become a better actor. You know, I just shot a short film, and I'm just, you know, trying to keep the steak sizzling and doing everything that come across my table and just trying to execute.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. You guys, Gaeta, who is killing it
Yeah.
on Dave on FX. Alrighty, guys, here we go. We got the man of the hour.
Hi, how are you?
The funniest man on television right now.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
9.4 million viewers in the first season. How are you feeling about that?
Well, you know, when you say it like that, I get excited. So it's a dream come true, and I'm so happy that it resonated with so many people. And it's cliche to say it's a dream come true, but it actually is. Like, I've always dreamed about this as a kid.
You're amazing on the show.
Thank you.
I'm kind of a dry, humored kind of woman,
Well, then
and
I'm
let
here
me
for
tell
you.
you something.
Yeah.
I laughed out loud.
Thank you.
And then there were times I tilted my head to the side.
That's great.
But this is good stuff.
Thank
like,
you.
this is really good stuff. I want to talk about, you know, those first feelings when you walk on set and this is really happening. Like, what were you feeling in those moments?
Like unbelievable, like sense of accomplishment, like very like proud in self. Like I just remember specifically there was one scene early in like one of the first shoot days, and it was when the child. And normally I'm in the scene, so I'm not really able to like appreciate like the act of making the show.
Right.
But like I wasn't in the scene. It was the childhood version of myself, talking to my parents in the show, and like having it was all about like my penis surgeries as a child, and I was just sitting there like watching this like hilarious moment that's also like from my actual past about like my maligned penis, and there's like 75 like people on set capturing it in like the highest definition like capacity way, and I was just blown away that this was real.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
And it was like an important moment in my life, and it was cool to see it repurposed for television.
It's great television.
Thank you.
And I think it makes for great healing because all of us have these sensitive, hurt places.
Yeah.
And I think that is why this show has just resonated so well.
Yeah.
With 9.4 million viewers in the first season.
Yeah.
You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Man.
You know, so many people are like jockeying for position to get on this show now. How does that make you feel?
Incredible. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people have to put a lot of faith in me to come on the show, but you know, last year was probably a little bit harder because I'm just like, just trust me. Like, here's my YouTube video of me rapping, you know, whereas this year I could be like, look at season 1. But it's awesome. It's so great to see these people that I admire, like a man like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, give me 3 days of his like time to like contribute to my passion project
Wait a
in
minute,
life.
can we talk about Billy Crystal loving the show?
Wow, another unbelievable feeling, like a legend, a man that I've like as a child, you can just remember like he was like the guy who like beyond all the movies and stuff, he was like the guy who's going to host the Oscars for America.
Billy
He's like
friggin' Crystal,
the
dude.
entertainment, like put the entertainment in this man's hands, and the fact that and just the specificity of his quote mattered to me. Like I could tell he truly got the show.
Yeah, I love that.
Me
well,
too.
again, congratulations, Dave.
Thank you so much.
All the best to you.
I appreciate
this
it.
show is straight fire.
Thank you.
It's straight fire.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys, Tanish Laverne Grand, live on the red carpet. White carpet, actually. I've been saying red carpet all night. But, you know, charge it to the funny. This comedic genius, Dave Burd. You got to watch his show, Dave FX. Tune in. You don't want to miss it.